Hey everybody, it's Digital Brent here for Revenue Lab Online. Today I'm coming at you with video number 3, and I already feel good about it. I already feel like I'm getting just a little bit better, but I know I'm not awesome yet. Today I want to talk to you about, what do I want to talk to you today about? Oh, my vision for Revenue Lab Online. So before, I saw this video the other day, and maybe I'll be able to go back and find it. But this guy was talking about how, you shouldn't be afraid to share your vision and share your ideas, because if someone's going to steal that idea or steal that vision, what they don't know is, and what you don't know going into this is how difficult it's going to be to get that idea or that vision off the ground, and where the rubber meets the road, really, because people are not aware of just how difficult any endeavor is going to be when they first get started. So even if somebody steals your idea, they'd have to be really, really freaking diligent to actually follow through with it and carry through with it. So I'm sure that my idea is really not that original, but this is what I want to do for Revenue Lab. And you know what? If somebody steals it and actually does better with it than I do, more power to them, because at least the idea gets out there, right? I may not benefit from it, but here's what I'm going to do. So what I want for this channel, really, and it's just in its infancy right now, but how I envision it in the future is that this will be a place for people that are interested in acquiring or learning about not side hustles really, but passive income streams, revenue streams from different income channels, basically, ways to make money online, stuff like that. This will be a place where I experiment and others experiment on those types of videos that you see all the time, where it's like, oh, you can make $500 a day doing whatever with AI, or you can make $5,000 a minute posting videos to YouTube that you didn't actually create. We're going to investigate those types of things and see how practical they really are, and really dive deep into the stuff that these creators and these gurus are not telling you about this, like the unforeseen resistance, the problems that are going to arise. That's really what I want to do, is test out all these little money-making machines, really, and deliver a realist perspective to you guys. So that's why it's called Revenue Lab, because we're just going to be doing experiments, writing hypotheses, and the testing and gathering data, and letting you guys see the full transparent process, so that you don't fall into traps like, now I'm selling Forex. I don't know if Forex is legit or not. I've never really delved into that, but now I'm selling Forex. I don't know what I'm doing. I just followed some guru down this path, and I'm really not even passionate about it. And now I find myself even worse off with no time and no money. How do I get out of this, or how can I avoid that trap to begin with? Again, nothing against the Forex people. I really actually don't even know. I know it means like foreign exchange. I really don't know how it works. But there's so many things out there. Like AI stuff is on the rise now. People say you can make a bunch of money doing drop shipping. Okay, that might be true, but we're going to go over and investigate, like, what are some of the pitfalls of that? What are some of the things that they don't tell you about, like the less alluring side of things? So eventually I'd like to get to a point where we're kind of like, sort of like a magazine, but, obviously like Vice, kind of, how they are like were like just kind of an all around edgy kind of news. I'd like Revenue Lab to be like an edgy kind of place where we talk about how to make money with the internet. So, that being said, in the long-term future, I would say that my vision is actually to create some type of system where people can go, and we've already built out a lot of these little passive income streams that people can just purchase, or if they don't feel like building it themselves, that we will have kits and stuff provided to them. And then we'll have lessons all the time in classes and stuff like that on how to actually grow your revenue stream and how to make it succeed and continue to bring you passive income. And maybe in the future, it'll be like a type of marketplace where you can go and sell a business or sell an Instagram account. I'd love to do something like that because the sources online for buying businesses online, buying websites and buying Instagram, for some reason, the websites are not fantastic. I mean, there's one that I've used before that was pretty good, and I can't remember why it's not coming to mind. Let me Google it real quick. Oh, sorry for the shifting light tone there. Again, this is my third video, so cut me a little slack. Not that anyone's going to watch it. Damn, what was it? Buy and sell websites online. Flippa? Yeah, it was Flippa. That's what it was. So Flippa's pretty good. It actually has like a lot of resources and stuff for investigating the business, but the way that it's presented, why does it have to be so boring? In the future, I'd like to kind of gamify it a little bit. So, I don't know, that's a long way off, but, and you can, I mean, obviously you can tell I've got a long way to go before I'm able to ever execute on this vision. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know. I still feel like an idiot putting myself out here like this and being vulnerable like this. But again, I know no one's ever going to see this. So I'm just reminding myself at this point, like, you've got to do this to get the reps in. You need to practice because you're not just going to be good at being, you know, your vision's not just going to materialize overnight. So you need to get in the habit of making these videos and putting this stuff and putting in the legwork before you ever get good. So that's what this is really all about. And I know I've ranted about that in my past videos, my last two videos, but that's really the bottom line. And I don't have too much more to add to that today. Maybe one of the things you're kind of thinking is, like I'm thinking, Brent, when are these videos going to get better? And I hope it's soon. I really do. I mean, I feel like I'm a little bit more confident, but there's so many things I'd like to throw in here. Like I'd like an intro graphic, or I'd like, you know, some graphics here and there, like better sound, better lighting. But I'm working with what I got. I'm not letting those things become excuses to not start. And one of the things I wanted to talk about also today, I know I'm going to kind of going off on all these random tangents here, but one of the things that I feel like is really important to talk about is the timeline for achieving your goals. So the very first thing that you're going to be tempted to do is to, excuse me, I've got pretty bad allergies right now. You didn't need to see that at all. But I'm not going to delete it because I'm not good at editing videos and I don't even know what I would edit it with. So if you're like a intro graphics guy or a video editor and you happen to be watching this shitty video all the way up to this point, number one, thank you for sticking with me for so long. Number two, hit me up in the comments or DM me because I need some freaking help, man. I will pay. I don't expect it for free, but we'll have to negotiate a fair price because I don't have a ton of money. So, where was I? Oh yes, the timeline. So one of the first things you're going to be tempted to do is to stall by creating an elaborate plan and hammering out all the details of that plan. Let me let you in on like a little dose of reality. If I've learned one thing in life, it's that nothing will go according to plan. Nothing will go according to plan. And it's impossible. Look, I'm an Eagle Scout. It's impossible to be prepared for every single freaking contingency that can pop up, every little situation. Keep in mind always that there will be resistance with your endeavor. No matter what it is, there will always be resistance, but you cannot plan for every single situation. Okay, so once we dispense with the planning phase and we're, you know, not going to get distracted by that, what's the next course of action? What's the next step? Well, a good mentor, someone whose channels I like is, oh man, why can't I remember his name? You know what? I don't remember his name, but this guy on Instagram, I'll look it up. I'll mention him in the next video or maybe in the description below. But this guy on Instagram, he talks a lot about how business works and business mechanics. And one of the things that he says is you've got to take massive, messy action. So basically, action is the king here. Action is the key word, because whatever direction you think you're going to go, odds are you're going to face some problems. You may have to work around those problems. Your course might change a little bit. Okay, stay focused on your goals, but the way you get there might have to change a little bit. So he says, yeah, you've got to take that kind of massive action, and it's going to be messy at first, and it's going to be disorganized. Don't distract yourself with organization and the excuse of, oh, I need to get everything perfect before I go. No, don't do that. So what you're going to do now is get started. That's the most important thing. Okay, then that's one of the hardest parts, getting started. And I'm still in the getting started phase. I'm not yet in the this is a habit phase. Hopefully after 30 days, it will become a habit. I don't know, or however long it takes. I think they said it's like 50 days, if I remember correctly, to form a habit. However long it takes, I hope I get in the habit of this. But right now I'm in the second phase. So after you dispense with the planning, or the super detailed planning, because you should have somewhat of an idea of what you're going to do. After you've started, I'm in this phase right now where it's like you've got to keep going. You've got to be persistent. So that's the second hardest phase, I think, because getting started, getting your butt off the couch and, getting through the excuses of why you can't do it today is going to be one of the hardest parts for you. But then being consistent is going to be just as hard, if not harder, because you're going to have to face those temptations every day. But you did that once. Continue to do it again. And you know what? I'll be back here tomorrow to prove to you guys that persistence pays off. It won't be tomorrow that I'll prove that, but over time, I hope that these videos will get better. My material will get better. My content will get better. I'll have more confidence and probably a better speaking voice, because I'll start speaking from my diaphragm, kind of like I'm doing now, instead of speaking from the back of my throat where it's all nasally and garbage. God, that feels so unnatural though, but it's something I'll have to practice. Okay, that's it for today. This was a pretty much junk video that was only marginally better than the first two, and probably only because my allergies are somewhat under control right now. Don't even like this video, actually. I just feel like it doesn't even deserve a like. So just comment below or something, or subscribe if you just like laughing at me. I don't care. I'll take even the negative comments. If you're like a video editor, hit me up because I need help. And also motion graphics. I'd like an intro. But I might just do that myself. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, this has been Digital Brent for Revenue Lab Online. Please subscribe. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you want us to investigate for our experiments. And share some cool videos or whatever. And we'll see you guys next time on Revenue Lab Online. Did I say .com again? Damn it. It's revenuelab.online. Go there.